After 5 days lost in forests along the Polish border, Syrian MASOUR NASSAR has done better than most. He's just made it to safety in a hospital inside the European Union.
I came from Beirut to Minsk and we ended up at the border. The Belarusian army took our food and water and pushed us away and told us not to return. We've been here 5 days with no food and water.
An NGO worker takes down MASOUR's details. A lawyer will help him sign a power of attorney, and he completes a note formally requesting asylum. They work quickly. It'll soon become clear why.
I'm staying here, but not go back. Not go back.
In the next-door cubicle, in obvious distress, Aland OMED HAMA, a Kurd from northern Iraq.
I am a man. I am not an animal. I want working to my dream.
And in an ICU bed, unidentified and unconscious, a third man suffering the effects of prolonged exposure to cold weather. These men have been on a terrible journey, drawn to Belarus by the promise of safe passage to the EU. Unwitting victims in a cynical standoff in which neither side much cares about their welfare. There may be signs of this crisis easing, of conditions on the other side of the border improving, of diplomacy working. But for the individuals in this hospital on the Polish side of the border, at least one of them lucky to be alive, well, they're stuck in a nightmare, and it's still unfolding. Here's why the presence of human rights activists matters. Polish border guards arrive to take the men away.
Don't panic. It's going to be okay, I pray, okay? So just be nice to them. Be nice, okay? Okay, and don't get nervous.
Poland is not a welcoming place for asylum seekers, and there are frequent reports of refugees and migrants being pushed back across the border. That's much harder to do now that they have legal representation.
We are following this car to make sure that the people in the refugee crisis that the guards have at their back seat are going to be transported to the guard station and not to be pushed into the forests.
Are you worried that they might be pushed back into Belarus?
We are always worried about that.
Border Guard headquarters is the end of the line for the men for now. Under international law, they should be looked after here. There's no guarantee they won't simply be sent back. JONAH, Al Jazeera, near the Polish border.